Queen broke royal protocol for Winston Churchill by bestowing rare honor on wartime PM. Queen Elizabeth II broke royal protocol for former Prime Minister Sir Winston Churchill when she honored the late wartime leader, a documentary has revealed. According to royal etiquette, the reigning monarch usually arrives last and leaves first for events. But at Sir Winston's funeral in 1965, the Queen put royal etiquette aside, arrived before Mr Churchill's family and before the wartime leader's coffin was in the church. The former Prime Minister, who led Britain to victory during World War II, died on January 24, 1965. He was bestowed with the honor of a state funeral in St Paul's Cathedral 6 days later. A state funeral is usually reserved only for royalty and those who had truly changed history, and according to the Channel 5 documentary Elizabeth, Our Queen, the monarch also went a step further by putting her royal privilege aside. The narrator said, "On this occasion it was different. She arrived before the coffin and before the Churchill family and left after both of them." The Queen had put her royal privilege aside and bestowed the honor of arriving last to Churchill's family and his coffin. Sir Winston's grandson, Sir Nicholas Soames, said the Queen's sweet gesture meant a lot to his entire family. Sir Nicholas said, "It is absolutely exceptional if not unique for the Queen to grant precedence to anyone. For her to arrive before the coffin and before my grandfather was a beautiful and very touching gesture." The Channel 5 documentary also revealed behind-the-scenes attempts by the government and royal family to show a more modern. In 1957, the Queen delivered the first televised Christmas speech by a monarch following a precedent set by her grandfather King George V's first radio Christmas message 25 years earlier. Ronald Allison, who was the Queen's press secretary from 1973 to 1978, said, "The Queen described it as nerve-wracking, but she was in good hands. Prince Philip was very much holding her hand through all of this." His comments were echoed by the daughter of Peter Dimmock from the BBC, who produced the broadcast. Christina Aldridge said, "The Queen was rather nervous and Prince Philip must also have known that she was rather nervous. He stood behind the camera and made encouraging faces at her, not ridiculous faces, which encouraged her to relax and smile." Myra, Lady Butter, a close friend of the Queen, also commented, "It must have been quite daunting because you don't know how you're going to react and there's not much you can do about it if it comes out badly."